Let stuff pile up and be as lazy as you can so you don't stress yourself out. If my laissez-faire attitude just really irks you, then just click away. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I was doing some organizing for adulty type of things, and I wanted to give you some tips as I go along and do this. The truth is I don't have a wonderful, great, the most organized system in the world. I'm actually pretty lazy and don't care that much. But I do keep my things somewhat organized so that if shit hits the fan, I'll be able to, prove things. I don't know, one of my worst fears is being framed or having someone say I did something when I really didn't and not being able to prove it. So this is just, I guess this is a manifestation of that. But I think I actually do have some really good tips in here, especially for people who are really get easily stressed out about things and are kind of sensitive and maybe sometimes depressed, don't have energy to keep up with certain tips that people give. So I'm going to talk about physical organization of paperwork and things, and then I'm also going to talk about how I work with my credit card, and then I'm also going to talk about how I organize online. I guess we'll get started with the physical things because they're just so tangible, by definition. I have this little bin and I'm storing a couple paperwork things down there. One of these things, and I've had this for a while. This is just an accordion folder file. It's a really big one. It has maybe 20 slots or something. You can get it from Walmart, maybe $10 or less, I'm thinking. Yes, usually it has some sort of nice cover on the front and back, but I ripped it off because it broke. I have a video of it breaking. It's on one of my AP score videos, so, dig in, folks. So here is where I start by putting things into categories. And I do want to say, as far as having physical paper things, I pretty much, if I'm able, I do it paperless. Just because I don't want to store that stuff. Get it away. If I can't see it, it's not happening. Yeah, no. I'm kidding. For physical paper things, it's at the start of things that you'll get a lot of paperwork. So if you're just starting with a new bank, or you're starting with a credit card, or you're starting school, or you're starting, you just got a car, or, whatever, you'll have the most paperwork. I think keeping up with things, once things are established, you don't have as much paperwork. Keep that in mind. A lot of this stuff is, I haven't been updating it that much, but I have a space if I am to get mail from these different places, or if I want to print something out for reference. So in here, just so you know, I have things like car insurance, which is newly added. Dental, which I have a bill in here that wasn't supposed to be billed to me. So I kind of want to rip it up, but I also want to keep it just in case. I have dumb things like pay stubs, which that's what I'm talking about. In the beginning, you may get a physical pay stub, but eventually you'll probably be receiving them online. So, I don't use this anymore. This doesn't apply to everyone, but a name change. My retirement, whatever, which is funny because I just got a letter from them that said, "Dear Molly, let's take a minute to talk about retirement. It's not that far away, and you can take some simple steps now to ensure your retirement will be role planning and enjoyable." It is not that far away. Well, wow, apparently I'm going to be really successful for my retirement's upcoming. Anyway, and then I have my credit card, some credit card info, and then some bank info. And again, you don't really reference this stuff. And I think it's fine if you think you have the capacity and the storage on your phone to be able to organize these things on your phone and take pictures of mail when you get them. But that's actually more work, in my personal opinion, than it would be to just set it aside and then eventually when you have a stack of papers, start filing it. The picture thing, and then you just can't ever find anything. So I personally, I don't do that. Maybe I'm just old fashioned. The two things that I update most often are in binders. That's just because it keeps it easy for me. This is what I use to pay for my medical expenses, but what I do store in here is receipts when I refill prescriptions. So one thing you can do if you're super lazy like I am is have Walgreens or wherever you get your prescriptions fill as many. Sorry, it wouldn't be Walgreens. It would be your healthcare provider. If you can have them supply you with 3 months of a medication instead of 1 month, your life is going to be so much easier. I would talk about receipts. I guess I'll talk about receipts. I do keep receipts. I just never go through them. I just keep them just in case. I don't sort them. They're in my makeup drawer in an envelope. And then once it gets super overflowed, or like I feel like it, I don't ever feel like it, super overflowed, I'll just throw ones away from the past. I'm not the kind of person who buys something and then needs to return it. So I don't really need receipts for that purpose. So that's the physical thing. So what I do is I let physical things pile up just a little bit, because honestly, it is a complete waste of energy to put it away right away, because then you have to pull out your drawer. Does this make any sense? You have to pull out your drawer every single time. Like, imagine if it came twice in a week. Instead, you could have left it for 2 weeks, then pulled out this once and filed it. You'd save so much energy. That's just how I do it. And then I also wanted to talk about my online stuff. So sometimes you'll get receipts online, which makes sense. What I do for those is if I'm paying with my credit card, I just put it in a folder that's called credit card receipts. I rarely ever have to touch that again. But that's that. And then for my credit card, I have a couple of tips. I always use automatic payment, so I never have to think about a payment, because I'm lazy and also scared. And if it's on automatic payment and someone else messes up, then it's not on me. And what you can also do is you can set a text reminder for a lot of different things. But one of the things I do is I put a transaction amount, like limit, before they'll text me. So I think mine's like $50. So if I spend $50, or if someone else spends $50, I'll get I'll get a text message, so it comes right to my phone straight away. And that's when I know if it was me or not. It's actually helped me a few times, because I just have services that renew on their own. I had Wix, that was like $200, and I had Adobe, which was like $200 or $300 once. And I was like, I got the text, and I was like, you're kidding me. Like, I was thinking about it and actually didn't want it that year, and I forgot to cancel it. So what's so good about that, though, is on the day of, like right then, I could be like, oh shoot, I better go figure out how to cancel and ask if I can get a refund. And you just look so good because you do it on the same day, instead of a week later. That's all I can think of. That's how we keep things happening. If you have any questions, please let me know. If you have any concerns, please only let me know if we know each other, because otherwise that would be kind of weird.